Inspiration is absolutely important, but what will happen, how I understand the word inspiration is that, for example, if you say that my film has been inspired from this true life incident, or because there are various meanings of the word inspiration. You know, if you say inspiration is if I want to be a sportsman and if I want to be a good tennis player, I'm inspired by Federer, I'm inspired by Nadal. That is one meaning of the word inspire. And there's another meaning of the word inspired, which means somewhere down the line it's related to the word trigger. Trigger the need, make you want to make that film. So where filmmaking is concerned, yeah, obviously I will see a Francis Ford Coppola, Suraj Barjatya, Aditya Chopra, Quentin Tarantino, and I will be inspired by their work, you know. But more in terms of our filmmaking, I think as much as the imagination is important, and then there are lots of other things which are important. Inspiration is important. Now, where will this come from? We're coming back to the same thing. Either something you've seen, either something you've heard, or something you've read. So let the inspiration even come from the books, because what will happen is that if you read, if you see, if you hear, you will increase your imagination, and therefore there will be after, and I'll tell you why imagination comes before inspiration. I'm happy that you asked me this question, because the more the imagination, the more the things that you will find inspiration in and from. So let's say there are two people, one with an imagination of 80 units and one an imagination of 100 units. 100 units being the higher, the stronger imagination. And they both walk along the same road, seeing the same marketplace and the same things around them. I feel that the guy with 100 units of imagination, the girl, sorry, she will find things, more things that she is getting inspired from and by to make a film. There are more things that are triggering of thoughts in her mind to make a film out of than the person who has 80 units. So imagination comes before inspiration. For me, and I will give you a visual reference, imagination is the still waters of the lake. It's always there. Inspiration is the stone that is thrown and the ripples that are created. Imagination is the air that is all around you. Inspiration is you doing, which is making you live. This is the way I am looking at it. Welcome to the world of filmmaking, where everything is subjective and everyone has a point of view. No problem. And you are entitled to that, and everyone is right. In every director, every film director that is existing who has made a film is right. The same thing, because it's like 6 blind men and the elephant, if you've heard the story. 6 blind men and the elephant, and they all went and they said, so one fellow touched the leg and he said, oh, the elephant is like a tree. Someone touched the tail and said, oh, the elephant is like a rope. Someone touched the ears and said, oh, the elephant is like a fan. Actually, just where eyes are closed and I'm feeling films and I'm seeing this world and I'm thinking that this is what it is. So there's no problem with that. Absolutely. And it's good. It's good that you have a mind that's thinking about things and being inspired. So we come back to timing. The only film that I have made which I had precise shooting and everything, and I speak from that experience in timing, is Dhoom, the first one. If you see the DVD, there's no deleted scene. There is no deleted scene in the film, in the DVD. Every scene was shot, that is still there in the film. We might have trimmed it, we might have kept it normal. Dhoom 2 has deleted scenes. Mere Yaar Ki Shaadi, if you get the DVD, you'll see one entire Steadicam, one shot, one scene kind of thing is there. It was beautiful, but there was no cut, so I couldn't trim it. So either I keep the whole thing or I take the whole thing out. That's another thing directors have to learn, is to not fall in love with their shots so much that they are unable to remove it from the film. The classic example that I wanted to give about length is Doom 2, there's a basketball scene. So one line, we had Aryan recruits Suneri basketball. That's how short my one lines can be. That's the scene. That's the purpose, the essence of the scene. And it was about 4.5 minutes. Aryan recruits Suneri basketball. 4.5 minutes, I had said. We shot it over 3 days. I exposed 2,000 feet on the first day, which is my average. Second day was 2,600 feet, which was a little above average. Third day, I exposed 10,600 feet. So 10,600 plus 4,600, 15,200 is the running length of an entire film. I'm lucky to have a producer who never said, "What have you done?" Now we started editing the scene. And we cut it, and my editor and me sat down and then we cut the scene, and the length was about 7 minutes 15 seconds. And we tried to trim it, and I said, I've got my list with 4.5 written on it. He said, 4.5 is not possible. So I think if you time it today, and it's about 6.5 in the film. And we showed it to the producer, and we said, it's good, it's working. It's Ritik and Ash playing basketball. She's getting wet in the rain. Everything's great. People haven't seen this kind of a scene before. Their faces come really close. He's about to kiss her, and then he says some dialogue and he cuts away. Okay, let's go with it. We'll get away with it. Because the judgment is that this is something that the people will like to see. They will be engrossed in it. And we'll compromise and balance it somewhere else, that we'll manage it. So sometimes you will find that you've shot a little longer, but then your judgment will come as to how best you can trim it and keep it